So what is the most common portrait in the world? What is the most famous face in the history of humanity? It is the face of Jesus. I mean, there are more portraits of Jesus than of any other person in the history of the world. Billions and billions produced over centuries in cathedrals and churches and homes, and fully 100% of them are fictional. There is not a single authentic, truthful portrait of Jesus anywhere. We have no portrait of him from his own lifetime. The Bible doesn't say a single word about how he looked like. There is not a single word in the Bible, whether Jesus was tall or short, dark hair or blonde or bald, nothing. All the images, and it's one of the most famous faces in history, it all comes from the human imagination. And it's still very successful in inspiring people and uniting people. Could be for good purposes, charity and building hospitals and helping the poor, but could also be for bad purposes. Crusades, persecutions, inquisitions. But either way, the immense power of a fictional image to unite people.
You are warmly welcome to another beautiful episode of Beyond Indoctrination. It's been quite a while after I released the part 2 of the previous episode, now showing on the channel. But today is going to be something extremely short and intricately precise. And it's about the death and crucifixion of Christ and what it holds for Christendom. Christ significantly is the most popular individual in the history of mankind, undoubtedly. And it's very obvious how Christianity uphold the death of Christ. In fact, according to Paul, as seen on your screen, the fundamental or the foundation, that is generally what Christianity stands for. Nonetheless, other humans also exist, and they also have the ways they see this figure. Without much ado, let's get into it. As we can all agree, not everyone on the planet now is a Christian. Some people are non-religious in the first place, and some are other religions. Some too are Christians, but in different denominations and beliefs. But all in all, a very few people would say they never heard about Christ. But even though he's largely known, he's being perceived from diverse angles and different school of thoughts and how they see him. Let's start from the Abrahamic religions. The Abrahamic religions are religions that came off Abraham. So these Abrahamic religions are Islam, Christianity, and Judaism. Okay, so if I would list them in order in which they came, it would be Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. So these are the three Abrahamic religions, or the religions that commenced monotheism. Before Judaism, which is the first of the three, humans existed in other parts of the world, but they practice polytheism, or most of them are polytheistic, meaning they allowed other religions to thrive in the same environment, and everybody believed that their God or their mode of worship is exclusive to them. The people of the Jews, that is the believers of Judaism, do not accept Christ as the Messiah. So some way, somehow, they are still waiting for the Messiah.
Hey, Rabbi, what is the status of Jesus in the Jewish religion?
In traditional Judaism, Jesus is seen as a Jewish figure of the Second Temple era, but is not recognized as the Messiah or the Son of God. Instead, Jewish teachings await a future Messiah. So Jesus doesn't hold a divine or central place in Jewish theology.
For them, whether his birth or his death or his crucifixion do not hold significance for them. And then when you come to Islam, Islam is one religion that respects Jesus a lot.
Yes. As Muslims, we believe in all the prophets. We don't pick and choose who we want to believe and who we don't want to believe. If they claim to be a prophet from God, right, and they prove that they are a prophet of God, we would be rebellious to deny a prophet of God. And those who are rebellious are those who are ungrateful. You understand?
It's one religion that propagates that if you do not even believe in the other prophets, you are doing Islam wrongly, of which they consent that Jesus is one of the prophets. They even believe that God gave Jesus a book, but they don't accept the New Testament or the Bible as the book given to Jesus, since it has been infiltrated. So they believe that God gave Moses a book, God gave Jesus a book, and he gave the final book to Prophet Muhammad, peace be unto him. Nonetheless, they actually believe in the miracles of Jesus.
After Mary gave birth to Jesus and returned home cradling him, the people of her community were scandalized to hear the news because she had hitherto been unmarried. When they started demonizing her for giving birth to a son, accusing her of the worst that any chaste woman can imagine being accused of, God made the infant Jesus speak up from his cradle and defend her honor. He said, "Behold, I am a servant of God. He has given me the scripture and made me a prophet." Quran 19:30.
And they even believe that Jesus spoke in his cradle. Yes, when he was born, he had to speak inside his cradle to defend his mom, that the birth of him isn't what they thought it were. It wasn't out of promiscuity or infidelity. Yes, so they believe in his miraculous birth, but they don't also believe that he died on the cross, but was made to appear to them. So yes, as the verse showing on your screen, clearly, denotes that Jesus Christ's death wasn't something that truly happened. This is a figure that is actually very, very popular, but extremely controversial when it comes to understanding him.
What is a fictional character's death that you've never got over?
Oh, Jesus.
In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus.
And to spice things up, there are people who also believe that Jesus Christ never existed. And these are people who actually look into mythologies, people who actually are religious critics, and people who actually do comparative religion without any biases, and they don't see Christ as any different from all the mythical figures that existed. And so yes, he's extremely popular for so many different reasons, and most people actually holds a lot of immensity into this day. And interestingly, there are other denominations even in Christendom that agree that he died, but do not observe this day or this celebration because of its roots. And I'm I have no way going to mention names, you already know them. Not every denomination in Christianity agrees or consent to the celebration, even though they agree to the fact that his death hold this meaning, but the celebration is something they don't agree with, and hence do not celebrate it. Some even do a memorial for him, I think a week before the celebration. So all these dynamics also play out when it comes to this very one figure. So as I am saying again, he is extremely popular and famous throughout the history of mankind. Even currently, he is the most popular person, but he is also the most controversial person in the history of man. And even in the Bible alone, there are so many different accounts of him. Those who are really interested in this religious stuff, you would realize the difference in accounts. No matter how tiny they are, there are some significant differences in the reportage that are given about his birth. And it is also different in Islam. How Christ was born in Islam is also very different from Christianity. When you want to put all these evidences together, you come to the conclusion that this is an account of someone that perhaps may not have realistically existed. But that's a different conversation for a different day. Beyond Indoctrination wish all those that will celebrate Easter a happy Easter, and we're hoping forward that whatever it is that your heart desires or pray for, you are going to earn it. And we'll see you again on another beautiful episode. This is extremely made short so that we can understand contextually, not really in details, how Christ's death can be seen in different ways, even from people who are really agnostic or people who are irreligious. All these people also perceive this particular figure differently, even though he is considered to be the most popular and famous individual.
¿Cómo es el Vía Crucis en tu pueblo?
Así es el Vía Crucis, con mucha adrenalina.
Era toda la adrenalina, era lo que lo activaba y sacaba el caliente. En el convoy puro suicida, listo para tirar verga, no lo pensaban dos veces. A estas alturas se grande que no.
This episode is brought to you by the Universal Vision Technologies, UVTech for short, and they are into the transfer and the deposit of funds. No matter where you are, no matter where you are watching this from, if you want to make any deposits or you want to, send money, all you have to do is to contact them. And if you have it in your mobile money and you want it to reach anywhere, you want to even pay your fees, you can contact Universal Vision Technologies, and they've absolutely got you on this.